Gaming? Oh. Where's the... Turn that back up. Okay. Oh. Ugh. Oh. I... Door closed. The door is not closed. Let me go close the door real quick. The door is not closed. Wait, hold on. Let me check something. Because I think... Yeah, it is my 1 year anniversary of streaming on YouTube. Cool. I think actually it's a little past a year. Yeah, yesterday was my 1 year. Alright, let's talk to Delian. Poo-poo, no! Oh, eager to resume our investigation side. No, I am. Do you recall that scrap of alien starship we recovered? Well, Inspector Brandhill has employed his unsettling calculative capacity to extrapolate the damage to the greater whole, and he has concluded that the vessel would be incapable of flight without extensive repairs. The most likely scenario is that some unknown agent made off with the starship wreckage along with Poo-poo's acquaintance. Fortunately, I have a fair idea who that unknown agent might be. After all, there is a singularly shadowy cabal with a history of concealing extraterrestrial activity. Actually, let's head over to Kama first. The inspector and the others are staying in a dwelling there. I'd rather not explain myself twice. Is he going to accuse the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? Because I have a feeling that's where this is going. Comma. Bottom. Stalker, dude. Oh god, Poo-poo, no. Most terrible development. Oh, I'm so worried for Master Poo-poo. May not be the best time to share my conclusions. Ashu and her friends will be staying here a while longer, it seems. I do hope it's not my house that has brought them all this bad luck. It is horrible misfortune, calamitous even. Poor Master Poo-poo has fallen gravely ill. He's so bluish green. Oh, more so, I mean. Could he have caught a cold? I suppose it was quite chilly up there in Garlemald. Poo-poo's an alien. Who knows what extraterrestrial diseases might be ravaging his body? Nashu, no. Nashu's delights are the best medicine for whatever ails you, as the inspector himself can attest. Good God, Nashu! You'll blow our host's domicile to pieces! Put them away! Ahem, if I may. When I was cloned from the inspector, certain gaps in my knowledge were patched with supplementary data from the starship's archives. This information included an encyclopedic understanding of Master Poo-Poo's physiology, which should be sufficient for me to diagnose his condition. The Xeno-Man hybrid mind. That explains the impossible calculations. Is he gonna do his... Brandhild, get out of the math dimension! I cannot warn you enough of the dangers of Thaliac. I have it. Master Poo-Poo is afflicted by a terrible case of the common cold. Gods grant me strength. As a visitor to Atheris, Master Poo-Poo has had no prior exposure to our maladies. He is thus particularly susceptible to infection, and more likely to experience severe symptoms. Aha! It is just as I surmised. We must put aside the case until we have nursed our stricken companion back to health. But even if it is a common cold, isn't there a risk that our medicines do him more harm than good? They almost certainly would. Based on the results of my analysis, however, I believe I can synthesize an effective remedy. We need but gather the ingredients. The ingredients you shall have. So, what are we gathering exactly? Most of what we require can be drawn from Master Poo-Poo's collected samples. Otherwise, there are only two which we lack. The first of these is the liver of a giant tortoise. A suitable organ can be extracted from one of the cachapa which wander Saltwind's welcome. The slaughtering of a monstrous opponent. That sounds like a job for L. The other material in question is a rare fungus known as damp shroom, which I am hoping can be found among the Great Works' extensive stock of alchemical reagents. Very well. Nashu, Delian, and I will scour the alchemist's shelves. Meanwhile, I would ask that you remain here and keep an eye on our ailing patient. Inspector Brandhild, you're an expert on all things Thavnair. Oh, I wouldn't say expert. Simple conclusions from simple observations. Nothing more. As I said, I am hoping the alchemists have the damp shroom we need, but it really is quite rare. Once you have the tortoise liver, would you be so kind as to assist the others in procuring the fungus? Then let us not prolong Master Poo-Poo's suffering a moment longer. Seems we have a job to do. Further discussion of the abduction will have to wait. Alright. Over to Yedlima. Striking dummies. a second. Okay. Alright, let's just... Giant liver obtained. Man, poor Savner. It's hit with 3 dungeons here. Just all on the west side too, because there's Vanaspati, Alzadal's Legacy, then the Tower of Zod. I had every confidence he would bring us a suitable liver. Alas, the Degshroom yet eludes us. Like I said, the fungus has few applications, so they don't bother to stock it most of the time. Then I must put my keen inspector sense to work. Stand back whilst I attune myself to the essence of the... Hildibrand's about to smoke a fat joint. Damp, the word is damp shroom. You'll forgive me if I have no faith in your abilities. Then close, my friends, and getting closer and closer even as we speak. I hear you folk are in the market for damn shrooms. I might have some to sell if you're interested. But how? We certainly are, my fine fellow. Right then, if you'll give me a moment to retrieve the goods, we can finalize our transaction up on the perfumed rise. Is it genuine clairvoyance or sheer coincidence? I'm not sure anymore. Oh, there's the stalker back there. In all fairness, when it comes to Inspector Hildibrand, pre-eternal perception is one of his least baffling talents. I'm adding that to the Hildibrand truths. Preternatural. Okay. In any case, we should hurry to the rise and take this man up on his timely offer. I feel like he's going to sell us drugs. I feel like that's what this is. Ah, you're here. Good, good. And here's the damn shroom as promised. Oh, glad are we for your assistance. Not so fast. There's still a matter of payment. Of course, of course. And how much do we owe you, my good man? Considering the extreme rarity of the fungus in question, I couldn't let it go for less than 1,000,000 gil. 1,000,000 gil for one measly mushroom? That's outright robbery! A bargain, I counter. You would pay tenfold my price in the markets. I thought to do you a kindness in light of your urgent need, but I'm more than willing to find another buyer if you wish to spit upon my generosity. Naju, how fare we for coin? We're plumb out, Inspector. Then this is a prickly prickle. Where are we to obtain sufficient funds at such short notice? Why are you looking at me like that? A million gil with it, or I have an orchestrion roll collecting problem. Gotta buy them all. That's the last of my savings on Return to Oblivion. How much does that cost? Please tell me. Please tell me that costs just a ton. Yeah, it costs over 5 million. It was 6 million at its last sale 3 weeks ago. It costs a few pretty pennies. Luckily, I've got 5 million on me. Oh, our savior in every sense of the word. Give that man nothing. Oh, one of the Radiant Host. Another of the Radiant Host. We have you now, deceitful scum. Your swindling days are over. Rod's at Hunt City Guard at your service. We received reports of this man's questionable activities and have been keeping a close eye on him ever since. Damn shroom is a rare find in the bazaar, to be sure, but only because there's no real demand for it. The price the charlatan quoted you was, quite frankly, ludicrous. But thanks to your ignorance and poor judge of character, we were able to catch him in the act. As a token of our gratitude, you are welcome to keep the fungus, assuming you still want it. Yes, very much so. That is very, magnanimous of you. You think I enjoyed tricking fools out of their coin? That bastard hadn't declared my job redundant. I wouldn't have needed to stoop so low. He blames a rising star among the merchants' prices for his woes. Van Hoody, I believe his name was, purchased the trading consortium where the man was working, which led to a restructuring of the hierarchy. With a lot of people out of work. Van Hoody, I know that name. Something about an acquisitions deal gone sour. Father was willing to sell him a slice of his Hunnish enterprise, I think, but Balkhorn, the man, offered to buy our family business in its entirety. Truly, there's no telling how deep the coffers of this Van Hoody are, nor do any know the secret of how he amassed such kingly wealth so damnably fast. There are whispers, though, that he's solved alchemy's oldest and most legendary problems, the transmutation of base metal into gold. Unlikely to say the least, but whatever the source of Unhuti's riches, he shows no reluctance in spending them. He's bought a historic temple to serve as his home, and commissioned a private airship, among other extravagant expenditures. Nice for some, eh? Poor. That swindling case had barely started before you solved it, Inspector. Ah, ha ha ha! All in a day's work, my dear Nashu. I gotta blow my nose. I also just realized that I very desperately need to put on deodorant, so I'm gonna go do that real quick. Alright, I no longer reek. I believe our business upon the scented hill is concluded. Let us hurry the ingredients back to Inspector Brandahill, shall we? Who's... Oh, it's Dr. Luge. Do I need to beat more teeth out of your robot head, dude? I may have mollified his lordship with the secrets of divine manifestation, but the stench of failures yet clings to me. I must redeem myself in his eyes by crushing my most hated foe. Oh, and there's the stalker too. Alright, just gotta go back to Radzatan. And there's the stalker, yet again. Inspector Hildibrand tells me you have the liver to go along with his damp brew. Giant tortoise liver. The glistening liver of a Saltwind's welcome cachapa. A fine specimen, thank you. I will be mixing the ingredients in the starship. Oh wait, no, that's Hildibrand's voice. A fine specimen, thank you. I will be mixing the ingredients in the starship, so let us convey Master Poo-Poo outside that we may administer his medicine as soon as it is ready. Okay, we didn't have to take him all the way across Thavnair. This should be sufficiently remote. I'll have the craft come to us and we can commence the treatment. Apparently he can also call Poo-Poo's craft. Oh, a Codeline. Where did Hildy get that tea? Ah, and there's Poo-Poo. Oh, I feel so much better. I cannot thank you all enough. That is a real shitty disguise, my dude. Get some bigger branches to hide behind. Master Poo-Poo recovered his strength in mere moments. 'Twould seem his powers of recuperation are just as advanced as his technology. I came here from another world, a stranger you've no cause to trust, and yet you've treated me so kindly. The people of this star are so very welcoming. Huh. You are our dear friend now, Master Poo-Poo. It is our pleasure to help. It will be my pleasure to harm. Please, Godbert, just come out of nowhere and hammer him down. Oh, here's Brandahild again. Dude, I cannot warn you enough about the dangers of Thaliak and his triangles. Please, get out of there. Oh, look. An inconspicuously placed crystal. I'll not fall for the same trick twice! I mean, it's no Hildibrand close, but he isn't exactly Hildibrand. Oh, please, girl, you have a shield. Okay. Okay, Hildy. Use the Doblin. Just sacrifice the Doblin. Hildibrand cannot be killed with lasers. Impudent worms taste my full power. Hildibrand is capable of stop time. Now she's having PTSD flashbacks to... When did that happen? Spike it. Volleyball pro. Basketball pro. Okay. Okay. Alright, Elle. You do you, girl. Not again! That poor Aura, dude, has to put up with so much of Luge's shit. You took the full force of that destructive beam, yet there you stand. Somewhat singed, but apparently unharmed. Hold on, I've got pings. Yapper. Okay, so I added Hildibrand cannot be killed by a laser. Hildibrand is capable of stopping time to think. I should also add. And move. And also, Nashu and Elle are basketball pros. Oh, I should also add. Nashu has hammer space. But only for bombs. I should have added that, like, in the second Hildibrand quest. I've pondered and puzzled over this inexplicable fortitude of yours, and I feel compelled to ask. Are you an alien? Ah, a fine jest. But I assure you, I am without a doubt an Uldaean-born Manderville of terrestrial human stock. He's Hildibrand, agent of Enquiry and Inspector Extraordinaire. Wow, we haven't heard anyone say that for a while. What more do you need to know? Well, even to begin, but never mind, we have more pressing matters. Such as locating Master Poo-Poo's missing comrade. It's time we reopened the case of the silent correspondent. Yes, exactly. And I have a firm theory as to who took the wreckage and its erstwhile pilot. He's calling out the Scions. Oh, the Charlians, okay. I was thinking he was going to say the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I'm all but certain they've allied with insidious extraterrestrials, which means they'll be under orders to remove any evidence of alien activity. I'll wager we'll find what we're looking for in old Charlian. We need only infiltrate their operations and expose this nefarious conspiracy. The Charlians can't be bothered to formally ally with foreign nations, much less aliens. And the Lawburits don't count. Trust me, yeah, they're sooner to flee the star than attempt to subjugate it. Bitches are cowards. Specifically, fucking Foreshitno. Foreshitnos. That's his name now. Yeah. While Master Delian's theory does lack supporting facts, we have no other promising leads to pursue at present. Moreover, I understand that Charlian sets the standard for monitoring astronomical and astrological phenomenon. Mayhap their experts have been tracking extraterrestrial movements. Ahem, I've spoken out of turn. Please forgive my presumptuousness. Nay, my friend, I too sense our path points to the Isle of Archons. Pack your bags, everyone. We leave for Charlian immediately. Do you need someone to throw you there, Hildy? You seem averse to taking, standard travel procedures. Not from around here. Why is he posing like that? Hildibrand is keen to embark on the next leg of your investigation. I'm pretty sure this is the quest that unlocks the next step of the Manderville weapons for us, which means Godbert's back. Charlian awaits. We need only charter a suitable sea vessel. But of course, but does not the city lie many days' sail to the north? Is there no swifter means of reaching our destination? Yeah, it's called fucking throwing Hildy and riding on his back. So this experimental aetheryte will allow us to teleport thither, even absent attunement? Splendid! Then we shall avail ourselves of the technological marvel forthwith. Oh, can I finally have Thavnair to... Can I finally have Thavnair to Charlian free travel? Or is this like a one-time use thing? Anything fun on Party Finder? Oh, good farming. Oh no, we're just going to Old Charlian. Damn it, why couldn't you guys give me travel the other way? They're all gonna have ether sickness. So this is the city of learning. A sophisticated gentleman should feel right at home here. Oh, there's the stalker, just at the very bottom of the screen underneath my XP bar. Oh, how are you all not sick to your stomachs? Experimental aetherites make travel exponentially more fun. Sometimes I feel as though I'm the only normal person in this group of eccentrics. But this is not the time to succumb to nausea. Not here in the belly of the beast. Rumor has it these Charlian secret agents travel the star in search of specimens, which they collect and bring home and surface to a confidential research project. So you are talking about the Gleaners, who, yes, they do just travel the star in search of stuff to bring back. That secret research project was getting the fuck off the planet. Which they don't have to do, because I averted the final days. Said project is conducted in a huge underground military facility. If we're to find answers, then that's where we need to look. I'll just say, Gleaners. Labyrinthos is not a military facility. I'll say the Gleaners. These Gleaner chaps sound like they might know a thing or two. I say we pay them a visit in their little underground base. We simply take a lift from the Hall of Artifice, yes? Then let us be on our way. Are you, like, vomiting over here, dude? Oh, yeah. He is... You know, I shit on you a lot, dude, but, like... Do you want some Pepto? Poor Stalker. Why poor Stalker? No, he should suffer. Beauty Rostra. These must be the lifts in question. Do you wish to descend into Labyrinthos, madam? My apologies, but each of your companions must also secure the proper permissions before we can allow them entrance. If it is assurances you need, then surely a single glance is all you require to judge us trustworthy. I love his little, like, finger pointing thing. I could certainly make some judgments, but that is neither here nor there. Admission to Labyrinthos is subject to foreign policy. You're the ones who should be judged. I know you're hiding aliens and xenotechnology in that underground base of yours. Admit it. Xenotechnology? I sincerely have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, please tell me this is Godbert. I'm gonna do the Godbert voice. I really hope it's Godbert. Oh, yet again do our paths cross in most serendipitous fashion. It's Dad! Father, what business brings you to Charlayan? I'm in search of a certain object, one crucial to the continued refinement of the Manderville weaponry. My investigations led me to believe it is to be found here, in Labyrinthos. And you seem to have the business down below. This is my son and his bosom companions. If I vouch for their character, will you kindly allow them to board the lift? Ah, Master Godbert Vanderbilt, the Forum sent word of your impending arrival. As a member of the Syndicate, your ambassadorial status affords you an entourage of up to 5 members. Pray consider their permissions arranged. Well, there's 6 of us, including Poo Poo. Oh wait, you know what? I already have permission. It's fine. I know not your current mission, but for the time being, I suggest you accompany me to the Archaeon. Sorry, Stalker Dude. You're not allowed to follow us down. You'll have to take, like, the Gleaner waterways down. Over at the Archaeon. I wonder, is he going to be over here? Will he have found his way here? Bazbros? And I'll just take that. I'm not seeing the Stalker. We're finally in a place he can't get Nashu. From what Father tells me, the storage facility is replete with samples and specimens collected from every land on Atheris. If anyone has information concerning visiting aliens and crashed starships, it will be these studious folk. Oh, please tell me we get to see Aaronville. Please tell me we get to see my bunny boy. This is from 6.45. I think he was, like, missing in the MSQ at this point. That's disappointing. A shiny silver saucer? I'm sorry, but we have no record of any such object in our archives, either whole or part. Or so you would have us believe, but the purpose of this complex, this military fortress, is plain. You cannot deny that you're conducting secret research on alien starships. We are not conducting secret research on alien starships. Yes, we did build a starfaring vessel in Thomazine, but it was neither for military purposes nor of extraterrestrial origin. Disguising your foul lies with a sprinkling of the truth, are we? Fine, I'll dig up the facts myself, then everyone will hear what you're really up to. While I cannot assist you with your missing craft, I do recall seeing an individual of like appearance to your companion here. You do? And where was this, pray tell? At Marial Ergonomics, in the medial circuit. The lift at the back of the building will take you down there. Many thanks, my good man. Well, it seems you found yourselves a solid lead. I have my own search to attend to, so I shall bid you good hunting and good day. Bye, Dad. Another round of in-depth inquiries by the agent of enquiry, and friends is in order. To Marial Ergonomics we go. Not seeing the stalker. Gather information at Mariel Ergonomics. Hello, Midlander. Your description lead me to believe you're looking for one of the Mandragoras, hereabouts. But if, as you say, it's something else you're after, then I'm not sure I can be of much help. I've only just started working here, so you may have more luck asking the older hands. Wait, please tell me he's looking at square grapes. Are these grapes sufficiently square? No, they're not! What fine and juicy looking grapes! Man, just wait until I show you the grapes that look like yourself. You must be talking about one of those new Mandragora strains. We whipped up a whole batch of bright blue stray onions, but I'm afraid they started to rot almost immediately. Not Mandra, you say? Well, the only other bluish thing I can think of around here are the grapes. Look at how luscious this crop turned out. Any nasty looking violkin, come straight to me, understand? I'll just take care of the violkin. A Lalafell agriculturist. Okay, it's not him. I just saw their yellow hair and I thought it was his straw hat. Yes, the little blue man. Saw him with my own 2 eyes, I did. And it was no Mandragora. A gleaner in the company of an outside visitor passed through it a little while back. Nothing too unusual there, only this, friend you described was scuttling along with them. I know not what purpose brought them to the farm, but whatever it was, they didn't tarry here too long. That's all I know. Wonderful! That corroborates the information I but moments ago skillfully squirreled out of this farmer. She claims to be an acquaintance of the gleaner in question. In fact, and will bring him to talk to us shortly. Please tell me it's Aaronville. Please tell me it's Buddy Boy. Let's round up the others. We should all be present to hear what revelations this professional collector has to share. Oh, please tell me it's Bunny Boy. It's not. Oh, my heart breaks. You're the folk asking about the little blue man, yes? Oh, and you brought someone who's practically identical. You must be the same species, surely. My friend really was here, then? They certainly were. If you've a moment or 3, I'll tell you the whole tale. To begin at the beginning, I was in Thavnair on a procurement mission when I crossed paths with an apothecary and his unusual companion. As I mentioned, the companion was almost your twin in appearance, and the wagon they rode upon bore a damaged vessel, the likes of which I've never seen before. Could it be? As a collector by trade, I have a certain weakness for oddities. Thus did I hail the apothecary to inquire after his company and his cargo. The man was only too happy to share his story. He had, it seemed, quite recklessly plunged into the war-torn lands of Garlemald to sell his wares, reasoning that where there was conflict, there was a need for medicinal goods. The state of affairs was rather more volatile than he'd anticipated, however, and he was soon forced to abandon his venture. And so the apothecary began his long trek home, only to shortly thereafter discover a strange silvery ship, and its shaken pilot crash-landed in a snowfield. It cannot be a coincidence. The story continues. After extricating the battered vessel and its occupant from the snow, he brought them home to Rodzatan. His guests wished to make repairs to the craft, yet even amongst the wonders of the bazaar, they struggled to find suitable parts. Hearing this, I suggested they bring the wreckage itself to Labyrinthos, and after they agreed to the idea, I escorted them here myself. Alas, even the Thomazine engineers who worked on the Ark were stymied by the exotic ship, finding its technology impossible to comprehend, let alone replicate. The little blue fellow eventually resorted to drafting schematics. While the engineers followed these step-by-step to craft the essential bits and bobs, the apothecary and his companion were waiting here at Mariel. And then what happened? Well, once our industrious visitor had what they needed, they repaired the vessel in a twinkling. The pair then departed almost immediately, and I've seen neither hide nor hair of them since. I'm told the apothecary paid a handsome sum for the engineer's services, but being typical Shylands, I wager they would have happily forfeited the coin for a chance to pore over every square inch of that ship. Now, I'm no scientist, but I'm beginning to think such an incredible vessel might have been some starfaring craft. And that little blue man, well, he must have been an alien from another world. Or so I'd like to believe. I'm an avid reader of the Thavnarian truth, you see, and I'd love to entertain these idle flights of fancy. But I've rambled on too long. There are errands to attend to, and I really must take my leave. Good fortune to you. Another reader of the truth. Can it be true? I have a readership in Charlian? Perhaps I've misjudged these people. It would seem your comrade is hale and healthy, Master Poo-Poo, and in the company of a Hanish alchemist of undisclosed description. Yes, this is wonderful news. I am grateful indeed that we made the journey. I have a feeling this case will soon draw to a close. Come, let us return to Rodzatan and continue the search. Back to Rodzatan. To summarize our findings, we now know Master Poo-Poo's friend is safe and in the company of a Hanish gentleman, and possibly here on this very isle. Oh, please tell me it's Dad. Oh, that does sound promising. It is! It's Dad. We love you, Dad. Father, you returned to the city? I trust this means your own investigation was successful. That it was. Although laying hands on the object of my desire has been a long and frustrating ordeal, to say the least. Much painstaking research revealed to me the existence of a hereditary Manderville relic, within which slumbers the secrets of weapon augmentation. Though I turned our ancestral home upside down, I failed to unearth the artifact in question. The reason for its absence became clear when I chanced upon the journal of one of our forefathers. He wrote of a visiting scholar's keen interest in the relic and how he thus surrendered it into the Charlian's safekeeping for study. His trail led me to Labyrinthos. As it turns out, the Charlians never did find time to conduct their analysis. The custodian and I found the curio tucked away in a dusty corner of the Archaeon, still awaiting processing. It's an Illuminati pyramid. We're back to 2012, and the Illuminati is real. And here it is, an oddity every bit as perplexing as Godbrand's cipher-bound manual. How are we to liberate its hidden wisdom? Oh, I can help you with that. These devices were made by the... I'm not reading that correctly. The Mandervillians, a starfaring race with whom we once traded. The Manderville. Holy shit. They're really just out here saying that. Starfaring? Mandervillians? Yes, a highly evolved species with a mastery of advanced technologies. Our people's shared ideas and inventions, so I'm quite familiar with your family's relic. If you so wish, I can have the device project whatever images were stored upon it. A darkened room would afford us the clearest view, however. Then let us retire to our rooms and dim the lanterns. We must behold these secrets in optimal conditions. Whoa, holy shit. Okay. Oh, there's the stalker. Mandervillians? A coincidental naming, or is there some deeper connection? Okay, hey there, stalker. Everyone comfortable? Let's see what the device has for us. I am Godbrand, Wanderer of Stars and Weaponsmith Extraordinaire. First Lord of House Manderville. This is the Godbrand? Our founding father? I record this message that my descendants may know the truth of their cosmic origins. The tale is long, but I bid you watch until the very end. Heirs of mine, I am not a man born of the star, or even a man at all. I am of the Mandervillians, a race which hails from the far side of the great expanse. Oh. Okay. I'm not gonna do the voice, because he said this was going to be long. Mandervillians are parasitic symbionts. We can only survive by bonding with other life forms. Once our essence has taken root, we supplant the host's mind and strengthen its physical structures, imbuing our new form with steel-like resilience. I knew there was something alien about that impossible imperviousness. And through conjoining of compatible host bodies, we produce offsprings which harbor the next generation of Mandervillians. The symbiotic variant eventually takes to the stars in search of potential new vessels, adapting and multiplying. So it was that our race proliferated and spread throughout the cosmos. Until tragically, our flourishing civilization was brought to an abrupt end. Were they victims of the End Thinker? Oh my god! What? Okay. Every planet upon which we Mandervillians resided was visited by an inexplicable calamity. Our societies were brought to ruin by life forms suddenly twisted into horrific nightmares. Sounds rather familiar. So even stars far removed in time and space were ravaged by the final days. Desperate to avoid the same fate, a comrade and I boarded a ship and fled upwards into the starry nights. We flew and flew until we found a planet, your planet, untouched by the phenomenon. But the rigors of the journey had so damaged our craft that we were forced to make an uncontrolled descent. I alone crawled from the wreckage, badly injured and near death, but even as I resigned myself to perishing on this unfamiliar world, I was found by a man who had come looking for the falling star. As a rule, Mandervillians do not take intelligent life forms for hosts. After hearing my story, however, this sympathetic gentleman offered to become my vessel of his own accord. He was himself afflicted by an incurable malady, and with little time left to live, he seemed content to know that his ailing body could provide safe haven for another. With his blessing, I set about transferring my essence. The man's form was revitalized and purged of its fatal frailty, yet the mind which dwelt within was now my own. I went on to build a new home for myself here, making use of my people's technology to ply the blacksmith's trade. I wed a local lass, and together we had a child. Although not a pure Mandervillian, our offspring exhibits the same enhanced physiology. A boon I suspect shall be passed down for generations through the bloodline of House Manderville. My dear descendants, the folk of the star are most fragile. Yet as the first man I encountered did demonstrate, they are nevertheless capable of surpassing love and generosity. As the last of the Mandervillians, I have but one request to make of you. Pray employ your superlative attributes and my armory of Manderville armaments for both the benefit of these wonderful peoples whom I hold in the highest regard. What an astounding development! I, Hildibrand Heliodor Maximilian Manderville, shall heed the passionate plea of my illustrious forebear. No case is too big, nor too small should it be in service to my fellow man. He learns he's descended from an extraterrestrial being and it's still business as usual. Wait a minute, then why is Lady Juliet so monstrously strong? Is she a descendant of aliens too? Well, this is most unexpected. Never did it cross my mind that our esteemed ancestor might hail from beyond the heavens. But I do wonder if that selfsame blood still runs thick in our veins. The family tree I glanced over some years ago suggests that it's unimportant. My present purpose remains unchanged. I will bring our Manderville weaponry to the peak of perfection, for Godbread, and for the good of our star. But before I forget, I have a gift for you. Pray await me at the Eaterite Plaza, and I shall bring it to you forthwith. Well, I guess that explains... a couple of things on the Hildibrand truths. Document. Cannot be killed via explosion. Jumped to Dalamud. The high-speed running. That doesn't explain the blind to sexual harassment. That is still not... The Manderville meteor dive. Godbert being able to bestow life. Hildy at his peak when he's been beat to shit. Immunity to temporal magic. Can't hold himself in place long enough to be confused as a statue. Can drill himself into the ground. Can charm birds, walk on water. Godbert having instant transmission. Cannot be killed via laser. The preternatural perception. Stopping time to think and move. That doesn't explain Nashu's hammer space. The Mandervillians come from the cosmos. Godbrand was the last one on crashing on stairs. You're fucking okay, man. Alright. Some truths can shatter the foundations of our beliefs when brought to light, but I have to say this wasn't one of them. The more staggering discovery that I have devoted readers in Charlayan. Those who peruse my publication are allies against the ever-expanding webs of lies and deceptions without exception. I've misjudged the Charlene people. They're not collaborators or the architects of conspiracy. They are but seekers of knowledge and afraid to plumb the depths of the unknown. That Master Poo-Poo, though, that one still has ulterior motives. I bet my life on it. Stand ready, for we shall need of your strength when he shows his true colors. What, slightly bluer green? I hope you've not been waiting long. This is the gift I mentioned. Okay. Hi, Poo-Poo. Master Poo-Poo's earnest quest inspired me to indulge in a spot of clockwork craftsmanship between weaponsmithing sessions. Okay, so it's a wind-up, Poo-Poo. I thought it only fitting that you be the one to take care for this diminutive simulacrum. Consider it a memento of your adventures together. And as for our Manderville weaponry project, I believe my ancestor's artifact has unlocked the door to the next stage of improvements. Should you find time to offer your assistance, announce yourself to Master Geralt, and I shall endeavor to join you with utmost celerity. Until then, my dear elf. Wind up, Poo-Poo. Will bleed you dry of elixirs if you aren't careful. That's probably a joke from the game he originates from that I don't get. Alright, okay. Meanwhile, elsewhere in Thavnair. Oh, is this going to be Poo-Poo's friend? Lord Van Hooty, I come with ill tidings. Professor Lugay set an ambush for his nemesis, but was once more defeated. His current whereabouts are unclear. I'm pretty sure we talked to this guy before. We've encountered him at some point. At Blithering Dolt. That's Poo-Poo's friend. Repeatedly cloning someone. Is it cloning Van Hooty himself? It is. No matter. Preparations are well underway. The manifestation will proceed as planned. Oh god, he's just got airships full of himself. He's so full of himself. Extraterrestrial calamity. Cosmically altered physiology. A gentleman's man, the first of their clan, in ancestor equality are Godbrand Manderville. Truth can be stranger than the tallest tale. And that is currently it for the Hildibrand questline. I need to do some inventory management real quick. High elegant kite shield and high elegant blade. Both sell for a pretty penny. Loving Bloom I need. Field Mustard I need. Bayberry, Haritaki, Imperial Fern I can sell. You I need. You I do not need. Oh, don't need you. We're keeping the grinding fluid, we're keeping the flux, we're keeping liquid glass. The Crescent Spring Water. Irvanian Mineral Water, keeping you. Renacida. Stereo and Suzaku sculptures, if I wanted to make those. Blitz, holy shit. Oh my god. So I just finished with the Hildibrand quests. As in, we currently don't have the ones for this patch yet. The Mandervilles are aliens. They're aliens. Okay, indicators. Oh. Yeah. The Mandervilles are aliens. Well, they come from an alien species, the Mandervillians. I do want to keep that. Godbrand, the one that we hear Godbird bring up multiple times in the Hildibrand, or in the Manderville weapons, was the last Mandervillian. Crash landed on Theris after, guess what? All of the planets that the Mandervillians were on had been fallen to the final days. The End Singer got to them. I know I need that. I know I need that. While they are not pure-blood aliens, they are alien descendants. Which is why Hildibrand seems unkillable. Actually, I have no need for the low quality version of that. I want to keep. I'll sell the one of that. I need that. I need that. That's easy to get. That's easy to get. That's easy to get. Mandervillian's homeworld was attacked by the Endsinger. So it was 2 people had escaped, Godbrand and some unnamed individual who died upon crash landing upon Atheris. Godbrand almost died, except a visitor who had come to see, what had crash landed, heard Godbrand's tale and was like, I'm about to die anyway. I've got this physical ailment. I don't have much left. Here, have my body, because the Mandervillians are a parasitic species. Look, just rewind like 45 minutes. I'm not going to be doing much of import. I'm still just like trying to catch up with what happened. There we go, that's inventory management. I can sell the... Can I desynthesize these? It appears not. Actually, we'll sell the low quality ones. Let's go talk to fucking Geralt. I need a shred of normalcy. Yes, we can also talk about the Master Circuit series. Technically, the other one was also 2023. It was just earlier this year. That can wait. We need to talk to Drunkle. Geralt seems even less enthused to see you than usual. Oh, it's you. I suppose that bespectacled fop did mention he'd made some kind of breakthrough and needed to round up the usual suspects. I shall inform his lordship of your arrival. Drunkle, I'll treat you. Drinks on my coin. Hey, Godbert. Oh, welcome, welcome. I do hope you're prepared for another spot of modest labor, for I have plucked a new weaponsmithing secret from the depths of my family's extraordinary heirloom. As for why Godbrand abandoned his cipher journals, it would seem he desired the greater security afforded by the relic's recording apparatus. That he so feared this knowledge falling into wicked hands bespeaks the destructive potential of what we seek to recreate. Speaking of which, this stage of augmentation will require a fundamental alteration to the weaponry's design. Godbrand understood that the individual wielders have different needs and preferences, and thus conceived of a method to modify each armament's base qualities. Essential to the process is a new type of oil known as Max Salamanderville. I'm adding that to the document. I've added so much to it today. Max Salamander. Oil. By subtly adjusting the precise ratio of ingredients for this coating, we can influence the paths of ethereal conductivity as we see fit. More bloody oil. The oil's chief ingredient is, once again, derived from a meteorite, specifically an chondrite with amplifying properties. So many out-of-this-world materials, but it's unsurprising now that we know the alien origins of Godbrand's weaponsmithing techniques. We gotta fill Drunkle in on this. Alien origin, you say? Little wonder I were familiar with him. As has become customary, I shall prepare the bulk of necessary resources, whilst you procure our supply of a chondrite. Oh, I am a lovely bloody custom, that is. Man of your means, I reckon ye could buy a mountain of them space thoraxes well. And I would gladly do so, except the merchant in question will accept not less than a specific type of tombstone in trade. As much as it pains me to pose upon Elle further, she is the best equipped to handle that onerous task. These improvements call for a drastic reforging, and it is your expertise that shall see us succeed or fail as well, Master Geralt. Fine, I'll shut me gob and do as I'm told. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm getting the distinct impression you've lost interest in this project. You bloody think. Look, I took this job to pay off my drinking debts, and now that I've managed that, I've got no desire to keep working for an underdressed, overprint, pretentious arse. I see. Admittedly, even from the beginning, your distaste for me was rather poorly concealed. And I fear such festering antagonism will adversely affect our smithing endeavors. Yes, let us resolve our differences over a flagon of fine spirits, or several as circumstances dictate. All at my expense, of course. Godfrey, I offer that first, you bastard! Free liquor, is it? Then you'd best be bringing your biggest purse. Elle, you must join us. If you would be so kind to secure a table at the Mayhem, I shall be along in short order. I would love to. Godbert, I'm about a year too young to be drinking. I have never had a sip of alcohol in my life, but I will drink this bastard under the table. Oh, the drinks and our own old Godbert. We're about to see just how deep his lordship's pockets really are. I mean, he could probably pay off your debts by sneezing. An empty table. This table isn't empty. It's got... Is that a menu? I think that's a menu. Our table doesn't even have a menu. Guys, let's just go to this table. Drinks with Drunkle, guys. Oh, a splendid night for spirituous beverages. You sure about this then, are ye? I've a mighty thirst and it'll not be slaked by the cheap stuff. What of you, Elle? Will you be following Master Geralt's fine example? I I am a year too young to drink, but my pride will not be sullied. I will drink this man under the table. Bring on the high-class brews. Very well. I shall order us all the same to start. Your beverages, Lord Godbert. Enjoy. To your health, my friends. Right. No point beating around the bush. I've hated your guts for a good long while now. So even my insights offend you. And why might that be? Okay, Godbert's playing therapist. Gods, for a proper artisan, devotion to your craft ought to be your #1 priority. But you're all found in a consortium or building some fool's playground for fleecing the masses. You're a bloody merchant, that's what you are. You believe my devotion is insufficient, then? Yet our works require not only the sweat of our brow, but capital to cover expenses, no? Thus does not a steady revenue facilitate the creative process. In that respect, my business ventures have allowed me to indulge in goldsmithing projects I could never have otherwise afforded. Is it not true that you would craft kettles as a means to repay loans or simply make ends meet? Would not a substantial source of wealth spare you such tedious drudgery and empower you to pursue your heart's desire? I'm not sure if it's this quest, but someone made food from one of the Endwalker quests. Oh yeah, it's Binging with Bobbish. He made the Archon burger. Booze! We're gonna need more booze over here. They're both 4 cups deep. Oh no, Geralt's in his 4th cup. Godbert, I guess he's alien, which is why he can hold his liquor so well. What really soured me was when you sat your arse on this syndicate. How can you craft aught worthwhile when your head buried in political shite? You may be surprised. My participation in Ulda's governance opened my eyes to a different world, which in turn provided great inspiration for several original pieces. Well, you can keep your bleeding inspiration. I want nothing to do with prissy rule makers and your ilk. Oh god. Godbert, how many cups is that? That's 8 cups? Geralt's only on his 7th. And 3 bottles. Holy shit. Godbert is no lightweight. You and your bloody reasonable arguments. Rich sods ain't got a clue what it's like for poor buggers like me. And what you got against wearing clothes any road? You're one to talk, Geralt. We are more alike than you realize, Master Geralt, especially when it comes to the simplicity of our attire. Holy shit, Godbert. Godbert! Uh-huh? Okay, hold on, let me count. That's how many cups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bottles, and presumably a barrel. I expected Geralt to be the heavier drinker, and I don't think I've even, like, taken more than a sip of mine. I think I still see something in there. Let's see. Geralt has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and is, like, maybe halfway through his ninth. Geralt, I'm disappointed in your alcoholism. Drunkle, do I need to revoke your title of Drunkle? Is Godbert now God drunk? It's all clear now. You're the master craftsman. And I'm a sudden failure. A failure! I am not Rowena. Rowena, where do you... How do you... I'm Margaret. I'm a sorry excuse for a smithy, and that's all that matters. He seems to be mistaking you for someone else. Perhaps you could offer him a kind word. Geralt, your craftsmanship is flawless. Or, Geralt, you're a sniveling disgrace to your profession. Your craftsmanship is flawless, Geralt. I wouldn't have the shiny weapons that I have without you. That means a lot coming from you. Thanks. Right. I'm done weeping into me cups. I'll fix up them weapons and the hell's with the money. I'll do it for me own damn sense of pride. We should probably get him a room to sober up in first. I don't want him accidentally falling headfirst into the forge. If he even makes it that far. There's a couple of staircases. It would seem Master Geralt has overcome his aversion to our partnership. Splendid. Although I never would have guessed carrot juice could be... Carrot juice could be so intoxicating. I was concerned for our good smith's health, you see, and had healed switch's spirits to something less potent several rounds ago. The Mayhane's liquors are sublime, but too much can wreak havoc on a man's constitution. He's so fatherly. Godbert's such a dad to everyone. He's also so much taller than me, oh my god. There was a time when I, too, devoted every waking moment to my craft. But alas, running a mercantile empire comes with its own responsibilities. Monetary woes notwithstanding, I do envy Master Geralt his purity of purpose. And on that note, let us return to our appointed acquisitions. We shall require 3 chunks of the aforementioned achondrite as soon as you are able. Godbert's such a good dad. And I can buy them from Jabrana. I will be right back. I am starving. I'm gonna have breakfast at almost 11 a.m. Alright, I'm back. Alright, let's see. We've got a few things to do. I'm hoping that we fill up a second line, which means we need these two or these two. Ideally, we get all 4 of those, and I get 3 lines, so I can take the MGP Platinum cards. Don't have a ton of second chance points, so let's do... Oh wow, Expert Roulette is DPS? We need Binding Coil of Bahamut. I'll just do it unsynced. It's been a while since I've done this, so I don't exactly remember what I'm doing. But I do have almost 600,000 health. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you, Blitz. At the end of that last quest, I got a wind-up poo-poo. And, like, its item description says, will bleed you dry of elixirs if you aren't careful. I don't know what that means, so I'm hoping you do. Well, it's a minion version of Poo-Poo. So it's called a wind-up Poo-Poo. This is just a coffer. I went the wrong way. Yep, over there. Part of its side quest, you enter battle and give an elixir crafted ship so it can return home. Ah. And which game did you say that this was from again? 8? 8, yeah. No, wrong spot. Awful. So we've lost our shot at 3 lines. Let's go do the 90 roulette. Encountering Poo-Poo flying saucer around the world, the party destroys the craft, leaving Poo-Poo to beg them for elixirs to recover. The player appeases the alien, they get its one-of-a-kind triple triad card. Excerpt from the wiki. Why did I say it like that? Wiki? Wiki. Wind Up Poo-Poo. This automaton was created in the likeness of the alien Poo-Poo by Godbert Manderville, who was inspired by the interstellar visitor's exquisite curves. It is programmed to follow you on your adventure, and has a curious fondness for elixirs. Poo-Poo. Bum 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 bum. Wow wow wow. Bum 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 bum. I do, by the way, have the Master Circuit Series Twitter account open, so I can nab a invite as soon as they drop in 4 hours. Give us lunar subtrain. Yeah. Healer, please. I'm mitigating what I can. You have to do your half now. Okay, got a little dicey there. And now we go unto Baron. I've been informed that, like, this, like, the rest of, all of this, really, is, like, it's all referencing to Final Fantasy IV.
First the villages and now the capital. Nothing is exempt from their avarice. They knew we were elsewhere. Cowards.
At some point, I do want to go replay all of, or I guess play, really, for the first time, all of the Final Fantasy games. And just see all of the stuff that 14 was referencing that I just missed. Because I never played them.
This one is dangerous. Have care, Golbez.
The PSP version of 1 and the 3D versions of 3 and 4 on Steam. Anything for 2? Two, because I haven't. Oh, you haven't played 2 yet. Come on, get me out. There we go. That was close. I mean, aren't all of the games on Steam? Also, I don't know how we would hook up a capture card to PSP. Oh.
That they command such terrible beasts bodes ill. We've no time to lose. Such destruction. If only we had returned sooner.
There's a PSP emulator? Okay. Not that I would ever use an emulator to play a game. Oh yeah, PPSSPP. I have heard of that now that you mention it.
I think not.
Not that I would ever know of an emulator or try to use one.
Fear my wrath. For king and country.
For king and country.
I dare say we'll be faster if we split up.
Also, for Seaman's every Final Fantasy game, I don't think 11. That's right. 11 was the other MMO.
So be it. I will fight you with all my strength.
Servers for 11 are gone now, but there are fan servers.
Ether to fortify my blade. I need power. Light or dark, it matters not. Such savagery ill suits you. You've weathered this before. Let's see.
See how you fare now. Well, given the fact that I can, quote that line, I think I fare quite well.
Even so, I'll not be bested. Not this day.
That was close. I absolutely should have been hit by that.
Prepare yourself. It's over, my friend.
Gotta find out who Durante's voice actor is.
Let's see how you fare now.
I shouldn't have come to the healer, they kinda sucked. Let me check the Final Fantasy wiki real quick. Joseph Cap. While we're waiting, let's... And he's only... like, at least in 14, he's only listed as Golbez. Oh, it's Lapis Mindless. Most of the titles, even like 13-2 and Lightning Returns. Oh. But it does have outliers like Dissidia 12. Yeah, I'm really only looking at playing the numbered games. The most fun against other people. Yeah, I'm also not super into PvP games. Five and six apparently. Hold on. I've got the stupid heart thing, so I can't really like see the last word of that line. It's 5 and 7 apparently have the blank versions are the best. I wish there was a way to like get rid of that. Because it's just an inconvenience. Oh, the GBA version. Okay. Game Boy Advance. No, so like YouTube chat, like the chat preview for me, like in the bottom right, there is like this tiny heart that you can like live react with. It's not always there either, which is the most annoying. Like some days I'll open OBS and like get a stream ready and it won't be there, and other days it will. So yeah, it will just cover words in the bottom right corner of chat. I've only ever gotten rank 7. I know that higher ranks are possible. And I want them. I want the higher ranks. Like, I know that rank 1 is possible. I think you would have to have, like, an absolutely perfect run to get that, though. Oh, wrong one. I wanted to Tarot Cold. I wish my recast was faster. Like, I'm not going to be melding skill speed or spell speed. I wish that those two weren't, you know, as terrible as they are.
I've been waiting so long. Don't disappoint.
I bring my all to bear. Oh well, Surecast doesn't negate that knockback attack. I'm just going to Haima myself. You really must try harder. No more gags. What? That's not right. How do you like this? A fitting finale. Real good job on that tank there. Real smooth run. Okay, come on. I need this seal. For luck, I'm gonna do Eden Resurrection. Actually, I think I want to do Descent. You know, we'll queue for both of them as Samurai. And whichever one we get is the one that we get. You just want to keep those ones on me. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-dum, ba-da-da-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. You know, in the meantime, with 6.5, new custom deliveries NPC was added. In Labyrinthos. Actually, it's probably Charlene Hamlet. Or not. Where do I go to start it? Where does the quest begin? Oh, it is an old Charlan. Request of one's own. Ah, over there. Leopoldin. Oh, what? Normal quality? You mock me. I see that it is done. Thank you for your unwavering service. Oh, Thaliak be good. I didn't see you there. I trust you've been well. And the twins? Perhaps I should reintroduce myself. Our first meeting was passing brief, after all. My name is Theopoldin, and I oversee the researchers in Labyrinthos. During the final days, you and the Levier children assisted me in exchange for stories about their mother and father. Although I'm sure the issue of the ether burner weighed heavier on your mind than personal anecdotes at the time. You Scions truly managed to do the impossible. Our star owes you its salvation. Moreover, your spectacular voyage through the great expanse has driven our researchers to pursue greater heights of development and innovation. We don't have another apocalypse schedule, do we? Or, oh, are you building more tugboats or starfaring vessels? We don't have another apocalypse schedule, do we? Not so far as I'm aware. No, for a blessing, what we currently concern ourselves with in Labyrinthos is far less dire. Would you care to join me below? You can see for yourself what our researchers have been busying themselves with these days. Our cleaners have just delivered some missives that I must distribute, and I would be greatly honored by your company. Marvelous. I have no doubt your presence will brighten many a day. In that case, where might we begin? Ah, yes. Why don't we pay Margaret a visit first? Quite gregarious, that one. Always eager to share her opinions. Her laboratory is on the eastern side of Charlotte and Hamlet, so let us be off. Ba-ba-ba-ba. I decided that I actually want to just wear my minor outfit. Charlie and Hamlet. Can I help you with something? Yes, in fact, my apologies for intruding upon your break, but is Margaret available for a chat? Oh, no, she left her thesaurus, I think. She mentioned something about a request, or getting something off her chest, I couldn't say for sure. Come on, hurry up. Thesaurus is a collective that oversees the allocation of research materials, so naturally they have granted here Charlie and Hamlet, across the guildship commissions, the countless valuable services, exhausting details. What do you mean current appearance is not? Dimension shifter. Gonna be seeing a ton of that when in the MCS. Honestly, I have no idea how I made it out of there without being hit. We're just gonna meditate. Or not. I was kicked out of my meditation. How rude. Hey, give me this seal, please. Go to hell. That rude. Alright, let's go finish up this quest over here. Here we are. I assume we'll find Margaret with our receptionist. That I should have to explain is an affront to common sense, but our development of Labyrinthos' infrastructure has been painstakingly rational, as befits this intellectual community. We have never shirked our duty to share the returns of our research, be they informational or monetary, and Aporius ledgers can surely attest to equitable distribution of such dividends. Since this rational system is designed to create a self-sustaining cycle of funding for our research, it is only logical to conclude that nothing is rotten in the state of Charlene Hamlets. But do you know what is rotten, Hodge? What is hastening our decay, body and soul? The goddamned chairs, Hodge. The blank, soulless walls. The complete inability to requisition anything deemed irrelevant to our research despite the abundant benefits they may provide. The sustainment of the sanity and well-being of us researchers. Tell me, is the mighty Labyrinthos bereft of wealth or compassion? I'd like to know, Hodge. I said she was eager to share her opinions. I confess this is not what I had in mind. Margaret, would you kindly stop berating Hodge for doing his job? Berating? No, I am merely submitting a request for answers regarding systemic failures whilst offering my assessment of the situation. But now that you're here, sir, perhaps you can use your authority to remedy this latest injustice. Would that I could, Margaret. Sadly, our resources have their limits. But I assure you that our associates at Thesaurus will continue to make every effort to ensure each request receives due consideration. Furthermore, in light of the correspondence I just received from your collaborators, you have more pressing matters to attend to. They say, and I quote, "We appreciate your concerns regarding the current schedule. Nevertheless, we wish to proceed according to initially scheduled projections. Respectfully yours, etc." Yeah, why? Why does this always happen? What about the word impossible is so difficult to comprehend? Do they think we are exaggerating, or is the air too thin at the mountaintops of privilege from which our superiors deign to issue commandments? Why is it that when we dare to hope that perhaps this time, it will be different, it always ends in the same catastrophe of unlearned lessons? Do it again, but faster. Sacrifice health, hygiene, and personal happiness as you feed the furnace. Its hunger for your labor insatiable. O minion, render up your everything on the altar of glorious progress. I can't stand it anymore. Take my life and my liberty. Just leave my fluffy bed. I've only just remembered its gentle caress. But no, after ripping us from the bosom of what meager comforts our servitude affords, they now expect us to bruise our buttocks upon chairs harder than the heads of the whole forum combined. Upon the slags that greedy gill-pinchers refuse to replace on the lower grounds are not essential for our work, despite the cries of our lower backs for succor, mournful and ceaseless and distracting, stifling genius and innovation. Can I help somehow? I swear to you, here and now, that I will make you a new chair if you stop time. Can I help somehow? Can I just offer to make her a chair? If I like her, she's pretty and very vocal. Wait a moment. I've seen you somewhere before. Ether tanks! That's right, ether tanks! I remember! Truly, you wish to help? Because even if I am more indebted to you than you to me, I am prepared to impose upon your goodwill if it will yield us even an ounce of respite. Tell me, are you an artisan, an aspiring gleaner, someone willing to do what it takes? Oh, I knew it! You exude a kindness that other people in our immediate vicinity decidedly lack. I'll get straight to the point. Our bums are sore and our backs are curled like finger shrimp. Anything to help alleviate our pains would be greatly appreciated. Cushions, massage instruments, herbal supplements, anything. Oh, and should you fear that surplus of generosity might go to waste, no, there is no shortage of achy researchers in my laboratory, so all donations will be put to good use. Rest assured you will be compensated with more than glowing gratitude, too. You adventuring types like those colorful scripts, don't you? Well, I have a veritable tons of them left over from an old project, so they are yours should they bring you joy. While your gesture humbles us, I would hate to think Margaret is pressuring you with her overzealousness. Are you sure this arrangement would not be an imposition? Please, I'm running out of things to do with my days. Well, it's your prerogative, and I am sure your efforts will be appreciated by all. Coordinate with the distributors of Margaret's scripts so we may establish a provisional exchange in these offices for our new partner's convenience. Understood. Ridyanki at the far desk will see that you are furnished with whatever supplies you require. Do not hesitate to make use of her services. I have other missives in need of delivery, so I shall leave you to it. But please, take care not to overexert yourself. Be advised that I will hold you responsible if she does. Get this woman a comfy chair. Right, to avoid the Theopoldin's wrath, why don't we start with 3 items or so? Your best material for backaches in exchange for my colorful scrapes. I look forward to seeing what you deliver. My Margaret, I will give you a massage so good that you forget what it's like to have a back afterwards. That's actually probably not a good thing. Oh, Hodge's the script exchange. Okay. Just talked about we just sold out. My apologies. Ooh. So here's the source's excuses. One might think it necessary to sell your firstborn to afford a comfortable chair and desk. Surely isn't it impossible to properly furnish a laboratory on a budget? I know how collectibles work. Oh, this is a different UI than what I'm used to. Cushion care package. I'm gonna need... Because of course I will craft them at the highest. Yeah, okay, so craft 3. So I just need it by 3. Alright. Let's actually trial synthesis. Will this be too much? So chairs are cool. I swear, voicing her, a part of me that I have long since suppressed came out in those words. No, someone has a starboard. I want the starboard minion. But I have not had any luck of it dropping in the dungeon it drops from. I can finish things from here. Did my paycheck come through yet? It's payday. So it should have. Should have come in like 45 minutes after I started. My paycheck has not come in yet. That's weird. Hopefully it comes in by the time I'm heading out to get lunch. Alright. A set of soft and profoundly healing pillows ideal for relieving back pain. Sometimes a good cushion is all you need to transform any old chair into posterior paradise. I've even heard of designs that incorporate gelatinous material sourced from, well, so long as it's comfortable, right? Do you normally fling items of extraordinary quality to whomsoever is in need? Because such behavior may condition people to trail behind you like awestruck ducklings, myself included. Margaret trusts me a bit now. What's that button do? Like she said something there. The results are in. Those items you procured for us are the best thing since, like, Archon Loaf. No longer shall our backs suffer the cricks and cramps of outrageous furniture. With renewed health and mental clarity, may we set upon our work and meet our deadlines with no need for extensions. Probably. Theatrics aside, we are very grateful to you, kind lady. I'm afraid my complaints superseded a more civilized greeting, so allow me to properly introduce myself. My name is Margaret, and I work as a specialist in propulsion engineering here in Charlaneham. Under the supervision of Kokol Dunkel, my team participated in the development of not just the Ether Burner, but the myriad ancillary propulsion systems of the Ragnarok. As our assignment concerned the crux of the project, we worked in tandem with a variety of other laboratories. My team was charged with performing analysis on the physical and ethereal phenomena to which the internal components would be subjected. Another team calculated the necessary engine costs of all propulsion systems and proposed refinements to improve ethereal conductivity, and yet another team drafted the plans that reconciled all our disparate findings into one cohesive image. Thus, we spun our web of productivity. Of course, a specialist is only a specialist as the demand for their expertise. So once the final days were thwarted and the threat to our lives no more, the threat to our livelihoods reared its ugly head. Thankfully, our experience with the Ragnarok was of value to Garland Ironworks, who offered my team the opportunity to collaborate on new airship engines, and so we lived to labor another day. True to their Garlean roots, they rely heavily on ceruleum to power their engines, but with a few adjustments, raw ether can also... but you know all about ether's potential, don't you? Tell me, why did you need those tanks? It's not often, or ever really, that people come clamoring for tanks with the capacity to power an interstellar vessel. You fancied a jaunt to the moon, did you? Ah... I actually wanted to go to hell. And I had to shoot a laser at the moon. You ripped a hole in the moon? To forestall a void-sent invasion. Pull the other one. It's got bells on. Next you'll be claiming you're a scion. Next stop, Ultima Thule. Why are you giving me that look? Oh, wait, what did you say your name was? El Amaha? El Amaha. Right, the fairy El Amaha who went to Ultima Thule with the other scions. Ralgers, my dear Theopoldin would have killed you to say something. All of us were so consumed by work back then that we never got so much of a glimpse of the scions, let alone. And now here I am whining to you about back pain. What a laugh. Apologies. I had no idea you were the El Alaha. It's quite a lot to process. Thank you for taking the time to help us. And if you're so inclined, we would be terribly grateful for your continued assistance. The source is unlikely to loosen its purse strings anytime soon, and we're still in dire need of things to improve our quality of life here in Labyrinthos. What say you? I'll even make you an honorary member of our team, or better yet, my own personal gleaner. Compensation? Benefits? Sod you pay me, as they say. No, the honor would be mine. You're a very pretty lady, Margaret. Answer fit for a hero. Glad to have you with us. Hey, can you stop doing the chicken dance, though? Happiness juice? Is this what Godbert had druggle drinking? The uniquely sweet drink consists of an entire squeezed carrot along with an assortment of other scrumptious additions to give it a kick. It is crafting food. Satisfaction up. Margaret. Margaret now considers you a kind collaborator. Yet there's so much work to be done if the researchers of Charlene Hamlet are to have their myriad needs met. To that end, Margaret has a new favor to ask of you. Pardon me. About that request I submitted earlier. Have they reached a consensus? All materials necessary for your current research have been allocated. Additional supplies will not be forthcoming. Oh, I see. Thus spoke the wise bureaucrats unto the obeisant workers. Tell us, what unreasonable desire did you dare voice to our overlords? Oh, hello, Margaret. I didn't think it was that unreasonable, all things considered. What are we supposed to do now? God, the bags under that man's eyes. As good a chance as any. I do believe we have your next commission. The despondent man you see before you is Roaring Spring, a fellow researcher formerly assigned to the Ragnarok project, albeit on a different team. I would be much obliged if you could procure whatever it was Thesaurus refused him. He's a gentle soul, deserving of far better treatment than he's received, and I think you'll find his area of expertise fascinating. If you can guess what it is, that is, well... Rejoice, Roaring Spring. Just so happens we have a special offer on all things the source is too parsimonious to provide. My great and benevolent gleaner friend will be happy to deliver your unreasonable desires. Like I said, I don't think it's that unreasonable, it's just... Truly? Well then, cat food? Or treats, toys, anything to amuse and delight our laboratory's kitty cats. Their comfort is our comfort, their happiness our happiness. Anything in bulk would be greatly appreciated. Kitty cats? Since when did you and your colleagues become so adorable? A bit of a surprising request, but we can hardly fault him for his passion. See what you can come up with, and I'll be sure to pass it along. Let's see. Feline recreational device. This apparatus has been guaranteed by science to entertain cats. Whether cats care to entertain the notion of said science, however, is another matter entirely. But a whiff of this plain material is liable to show any kitty cat a glimpse of kitty cat. This is drugs. This is catnip. Notably dined upon by the Empire's most pampered. I'm not saying it. So just 3 of these. Yep. Let's run a trial synthesis first. Okay. Ready to cancel the macro. Good call. I'm not saying that. Thanks YouTube for having perfectly reasonable expectations of their creators. Veneration. Groundwork. Advertisers, yep, play by a completely different rule set. Rules that, although I don't benefit from and will not benefit from for a very long time if I break them even now, I will still suffer the consequences for the rest of eternity. Mr. Gleaner, how goes the campaign of feline satisfaction? Treats and toys seem like promising candidates, but whether your devotion will be required for long, if at all, depends on the kitty in question. Perhaps a wad of crinkly paper or a simple box will suffice. Actually, no, you can't block you. YouTube can now detect ad blockers. Why have I not returned to my lab and my other neglected responsibilities? Never you fear. I'll tend to the perpetual bin fires just as soon as you leave. You're in no hurry to go, right? Alright, and that's all that we can do until next week. Over to Idleshire. That helmet does not go with that outfit, sir. I'll take the MGP gold and the platinum piece. Actually, I'll take the Ophiator skin, and no, I'll take the platinum piece. 83. Yeah, that's another weekly taken care of. I mean, I can't really think of anything that would take half an hour to do. So I might just end early, go get myself some lunch, and then watch the MCS Twitter account like a hawk and wait for the signups to go live. I'm really excited for it to be back, except, oh god, not with the current meta the way it is, because fucking Hashtira. That's not what I came to do. Talk about you. We could talk about it for 30 minutes, but I'm also hungry and I want my burger. I want burger. What deck am I bringing? Probably Pearly, once I learn to play it. I knew how to play it pretty well when it was first released and we were all still calling it Pure Rary. Because we didn't have the translation for it yet. But the deck has changed a lot, so I need a refresher on how to play it. Goblin dice? Where do I get goblin dice? Goblin dice nuts. Oh, they were removed in 6.0. Eventually, I'll read the Diary of a Sage next to Lala. This katana sucks. It should glow flaming. This is what I want. How do I get these Colossus totems? The Epic of Alexander Ultimate. Card archetype. The two combined mechanics that make Kashtira a fucking nightmare to play against. That would be banishing face down as well as zone locking. They can lock you from using zones by banishing your cards face down. There is almost no way to recover cards that are banished face down. There's like one that I can think of off the top of my head. And guess what? It kind of sucks in Master Duel because it's either limited or semi-limited right now, and that is Necroface. So yeah, I will be keeping three. I will be keeping 3 Artifact Lancia in the deck at all time. Yeah, it banishes face down and zone locks, but it doesn't just lock one zone. They will lock anywhere between 5 to 7 of your 10 zones. They will lock 5 to 7 of them. I guess actually for the last like 25 minutes, we can play a bit of Master Duel. How about that? Let's see. It's been a while since I've opened Master Duel. Yeah, it does make the game almost unplayable. Master Duel, would you like to show up? There we go. Last time opened Master Duel was during the last MCS. That makes sense. No, I'm going to be opening it a whole lot more. I did not want to see a Rise Heart today. This is the big Kashtira monster, by the way. Kashtira, a Rise Heart. Once per turn, you can also summon Kashtira, a Rise Heart, by using one Kashtira monster you control. If an effect of Kashtira's Shangri-Ira, the other boss monster, the one that actually does the zone locking, if an effect of Kashtira's Shangri-Ira was successfully activated this turn, transfer its materials to this card. Any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. Once per chain, each time a card is banished, attach one banished card to this card as material. Once per turn, quick effect, you can detach 3 materials from this card, then target one card on the field, banish it face down. This card deserves a place beneath the deepest pit of hell. Hell is too good for Kashtira, a Rise Heart. Also, Triple Tactics Thrust is here now. Oh, look, Nibiru. That. Fluffy Whittle guys. I think in Master Duel they released it at 2. It might be at 3. Right, I guess the best place to see that would be in the deck builder. Yep, he's at 3. And so is Shangri-Ira. But not tier cash, because tier players aren't allowed anything. They limited the field spell. Whoop-dee. Does not do anything. Alright, cards that I want to add to my deck. Three Nibiru. 3 Lancia. I at least have that crafted already. I'm thinking 1 talent and 2 thrust. And now I have to figure out what to cut. I don't know. I have to come up with 81 UR points. There's a bunch of new solo modes. I never finished this, but I don't have the water orbs. I need 150 more. I need to finish this. Oh yeah, they also Yeah, they hit a bunch of the tier cards. Apparently I already removed Merly from this list. They banned Merly. They banned Kelbeck, they banned Agido. Oh wait, that's right. Fucking terraforming is banned. You know, maybe... no, tomorrow we catch up on the Manderville weapon. And then Friday, probably. Also, they added Six Samurai Part 2. With the good Six Samurai. The ones that we like. Yeah, I'm gonna go get myself burger. Thank you everyone for stopping by. We'll make sure to play some Master Duel on Friday. But until then, that has been it from me for today. I'm gonna go eat a fucking burger.